Hello and welcome back to the Helmet Head channel. Inside this box is the latest from Volam, their RC12 motorcycle smart screen, and they've promised me it's super easy to install and it will unlock Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on your motorcycle. Not just that, it's got a 2K front dash cam and a 1080p rear, so it's an all-in-one package. So let's put it through the 11 out of 10 test. Let's unbox it, install it and check it out in the real world. Let's start with the great unboxing. On opening up the box, you'll see your RC12 smart screen. It's 5.5-inch touchscreen. It has a really nice premium and rugged feel, and it's waterproof with an IPX rating of 67 and comes pre-installed with a 64 gig micro SD card. The power cable also comes pre-installed with spades ready to connect your battery and inline fuses, and has a generous length cable to fit any motorcycle. Your handlebar mount feels nice, rugged and heavy duty with plenty of inserts, so it will fit any size thickness of bar. All tools are provided for fitting. The main connecting power cable comes clearly labelled, so you will know exactly where to connect each cable. The dash cams are made from metal, giving them that real rugged and heavy duty feel. As you can see, the quality is really good. The rear cable already comes with an extension connected. It comes with 2 sticky pads and 2 screws for fitting. The remote control feels nice and rugged too, with 3 easy to press buttons. The user manual installation guide is clearly printed with step-by-step instructions for installation, and that's everything you'll find in the box. So now it's time to move on to installation. The first thing you'll need to do is remove any plastics and you'll see finding the location of your battery. Take your RC12 and handlebar mount, remove the 2 bolts out the back of the handlebar mount. Decide which location on the handlebars you wish to fit the mount, remove the relevant spacers and pop the mount on, and simply retighten the 2 bolts. Now take your RC12 smart screen, simply slide it into place and then tighten the bolt in the back and it will be nice and secure. Now take your control cable, simply feed that between the forks and plug it into your RC12. Now it's time to wire up your power cable. It already has pre-installed spades. Red's for positive, yellow is for your ignition feed and black for negative. I like to use a Thunderbox system that's already connected to my battery that only powers up when the voltage is correct. All I need to do to use this is remove the spade connectors, simply put the ignition feed and positive feed together into the connector, and then the earth, that is the black cable, into the earth connector, and as soon as the bike's running it will power into life. After you've wired it up, simply run the cable the length of your bike and connect it to the clearly labelled connector. It's a twist screw for a nice secure fit. Now it's time to install your remote. If you need to use the inserts, just slide them into place. Once that's done, pop it on the inside of your left hand grip and then just tighten the 2 Allen bolts. Feed the wire between your forks like you did previously and then simply connect it to the labelled connector, twisting your screw to make sure again it's nice and secure. To install your dash cams, I like to use the rear dash cam first. I remove the protective layer on the sticky pad and attach it to the base of the dash cam. After that, I go to the back of the bike and I decide exactly which position would suit best for the dash cam to go. Once I've selected that, with a nice firm push, it will stick into place, and then run the cable the length of your bike, connecting it to the rear dash cam connector. Repeat this same process for the front. Decide where you want to put it, run the cable and connect it to the front connector. After that's completed, all you need to do now is go around and tidy up all of the wires using zip ties, making sure none of the cables are hanging down, touching any of the engine or exhaust. Once that's complete, pop your seat back in and that's your main installation complete. Now fire up your bike and your RC12 smart screen will spring into life. At the bottom left of the screen, if you tap on the icon, your front and rear dash cam will appear. This is a great time to adjust it simply by twisting it around until you get it nice and straight, and then just tighten the Allen bolt. And the last thing to do is to connect to Apple CarPlay. Take your mobile phone, Go to settings, type in CarPlay at the top, select CarPlay. At the bottom of the screen your RC12 will appear. Just select that, accept all notifications, and within a few seconds you'll be connected. So let's start the real world test by firing up my beautiful Triumph Scrambler and seeing how quickly the R12 pops into life. Now from firing it up, very shortly we'll get the warm-up screen appear. Once the warm-up screen appears, and there we go, there's our warm-up screen, and straight in to the main screen. Now as you can see, it's loading up the TF card. That means that it's going to instantly start recording front and back footage straight away. But also, because we are connected to our phone via Apple CarPlay, as we've set this up earlier, that automatically happens as well. So there's no need to get your phone out of your pocket to connect to it. It will just do it by itself. But let's start by having a look at the main screen. So over on the main screen, you can customize this exactly how you want it. So your audio output, you can connect directly to your phone and also to your Bluetooth, and your Bluetooth to your phone, vice versa. So it works as like a triangle. One of the things that I've always found about running these systems, doesn't matter which comm system that you use, if you play a track and then you pause it with your comm system and press play again, it will play through your speakers. And if you do that straight off when you're about to set off on your adventures or your journey, it will continue to play straight to your comm system. So then you've got the screen and you've got all your audio and everything going to that, and Siri and everything else works absolutely perfectly. Now let's look at the quick keys on the left hand side. So the bottom one is your cameras, so you can make sure that your cameras are working perfectly, make sure there's no dirt on them, any dust. If you need to give them a bit of a wipe or a clean, you can see that. Going back to the home screen, what you can do from there is you can check to make sure you're connected to your phone or to your comms unit. The next one up on the quick keys is brightness, and you can change this from automatic to manual, and you can adjust it to how bright, like that, super bright, or you can have on auto. That means it will automatically dim down or brighten up depending if it's day or night, so you're never having to sit there and worry about getting glare in your face. So just basically leave it on auto. Next is going to your home page, what will bring you back to this if you're on anything else at all. But let's move on to CarPlay, the party trick. Now Apple CarPlay unlocks loads of apps, so any app that's compatible with CarPlay will appear on here, and there's everything that you need in one place. It's really nice. You can see how great this 5.5 screen is. So I want to start off with music. The first thing is music. So we've got our comms are connected to our phone and connected to the unit. So all you need to do is pick your favourite app you like to run your music on. So for instance, there is Amazon Music, there's Spotify, there's even the music you've downloaded on your actual phone itself will appear under music. But what I'm going to do is use Spotify, because that's the account that I've got with all my music on. And as we go straight into it, you can see it's loaded straight up with all of my playlists, with all of my favourite songs. Then all you need to do is select your favourite track, and then you can press play on here. Literally, look, press play, and now music is playing straight into my comms, and I can hear all the tunes playing, but I can see exactly what I'm listening to. And this track's called The Fairies. Now to skip again, it's got a nice big buttons on, so you can easily press it. Let's skip to the next track, and now I'm listening to Kings and Queens. How cool is that? Nice big buttons, easy to operate, and you can even do it with gloves on. What's really cool, so if you pull over the side or anything, I just want to skip my track really quick, just tap it and then bump. It's taken me to the beginning of the track again. So let's now have a look at satellite navigation, because that is so cool on this R12, because what you've got is, again, access to all your favourite apps. So if you prefer things like Waze, you can select Waze. Waze will come up. Waze is a really good app because people put things like potholes, police, an accident happen, and they literally live update as they're going, and if it's not there, you can let them know and they'll take it away. But I travel the world using Google Maps. That's my favourite, that's my go-to. So let's put in an address into Google Maps and see what the R12 is like out on the road. So let's simply type in a nearby town. Let's go for Market Harborough, and then just like that, we're there. Let's put start and let's check it out. So as you can see straight away, having this 5.5 inch screen being so bright and clear makes navigating any journey really easy. So what I'm getting is I'm getting turn by turn instructions in my ear. I've got this beautiful visual display, So I've just got the best of both worlds. I'm not having to stare at it all the time, so I'm getting those prompts, but if I have a quick look down, I can see it at a glance. But this screen is the big one, but the screen that I really like is this one here, and this one's my favourite. And why it's my favourite is I can see what track I'm playing down on the bottom right. I've got a real nice visual look at what's coming up, so at 0.8 of a mile I'll be turning left on the roundabout, and I've still got the map slightly smaller to left, but just at a glance I can see everything I want to see. That's my favourite screen. But as you can see, it just makes navigating everywhere so much better. But when I'm commuting to work and back, one of the things I really enjoy is listening to my favourite podcasts, and again you've got access to them all because of this screen. So I can select my podcast, I can easily browse through. So for instance, if I want to listen to Brew Time, Teapot One, I can listen to his latest podcast as I'm going to work. Plus, if I'm going somewhere where I've got to go somewhere new for work, wise I'm keeping from place to place, I've got my navigation and I've got my favourite podcast going. So I'm going to chill out for a second and listen to Bruce. But on a really big journey, when I'm hacking down the miles because I'm going off on an adventure, what I like to do is listen to my favourite audiobook. Now if I've downloaded it onto my phone, that's easily accessed by pressing audiobooks, but because you get all of the Amazon stuff like Amazon Music, Amazon audiobooks, what's called Audible, it's all here. So I can select Audible, find my favourite audiobook, and now I can press play and listen to that as I'm hacking down those miles. It makes going mile after mile so much better. Another really awesome thing as well is this remote, because if you've got thick winter gloves on or it's raining, you can literally just touch home, for instance, to go back to either Apple CarPlay screen or back to the main screen. Or what you can do is press the phone button to answer a call, and if you're not receiving a call or trying to make a call, you can just tap it once and it will take a photo. But what I really like, if you press the top button, it will give you your rear camera. So if you're trying to back into a space like now, I'm trying to get into here and park it, I know I don't want to park on those drains, I can just stop it here and I've parked exactly where I want it to be. But just to flip it back, press that again and you go back to your main screen. That now brings us on to the dash cams, because having a 2K front and 1080p rear really makes you a little bit more relaxed to know that if anything ever happens, you're going to capture it. You're going to catch every single second. So for instance, now coming up to these traffic lights, if I stopped and the car behind me went into the rear of my bike, I'm going to capture that. They could turn around and say, oh, he slammed on his brakes and blah blah blah. It's going to capture it. I'm going along, I'm stopping at red, and they're coming in the back. That means if I go for that insurance claim, it means I'm more likely to win. That is just awesome. But of course as well, if you want to capture a little bit of your ride, you can do so as well using the dash cams. Now having them up on the screen, as you can see here, is really handy because I can see exactly what I'm recording. So if I've got a mate behind me, for instance, I want to make sure he's still there without having to turn around and have a look, then I know that he's there as well. So it kind of works like a rear view mirror in a car. That's really excellent. Now of course what we need to do is show you how good the footage is. So ladies and gentlemen, let me give you the raw footage that you will capture from these dash cams. Enjoy. And there is another thing that's awesome about having CarPlay here on your motorcycle. You know, when you need to send a message, a WhatsApp, or you receive one, or a text message, it will now read it to you and you can hear it through your comms. How awesome is that? But if you need to send a message, you can simply pull over really quickly, tap WhatsApp, and you can go, new message, Abby, I'll be home soon from making this review. I'll see you soon, love you, bye. Send. And then just like that, you've sent your message. How awesome. Likewise when you receive a call. So if you're out enjoying your ride and you're really, you know, it's your day off from work, you just want to chill, and someone rings you from work and you go, do you know what, I'm not going to answer it. You don't have to, because you can see on here who's calling you. But say you want to make a call and they want to get hold of somebody, no need to get your phone out of your pocket. You can select who you want to call. I'm going to call my mum. This is now going to give her a call via my comms. We're going to have a chat on my ride home. How good is that? Well, I am super impressed with the Volam RC12. Easy to install, unlocking all of my favourite apps on Apple CarPlay, and also having that dash cam footage. If anything ever happens to me, I know I've caught it on camera and to the minute. But the ease of this is just absolutely next level. Now, if you want to pick up yours, all the information that you need to get your Volam RC12 is down in the description, including the latest discount code. Just pop down there, click on that and get yours today. But most of all, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and a nice little comment so I know that you have. But not just that, if you're interested in all of the latest tech here in the motorcycle space, make sure you've hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the tech and all the crazy adventures we get up to here on this channel. And I will see you next time on Helmet Head. Take care, ride safe and enjoy your new smart system. Bye bye for now.